So I want to speak on in this video a few assets, I would say psychological, spiritual, as well as social. These are assets that I want to point out that you're actually building whether you realize it or not. When you get out here and you start public speaking, you start engaging with the world on a level that you never expected to actually build real assets in real time. So think of the time where you ever sought out to go and record a video, right? Where you went out, you were going to record a video, and like even right now, you were initially worried about how that message was going to come across, or whether if you were even aligned with that message well enough to spin off a conversation without being scripted. You just press record and you go. Think about when you chose to do that, right? What did that feel like? You were in a moment where you were worried about the very next thing you were going to say, whether or not it was going to be fire, whether or not it was going to resonate, and whether or not you felt connected to that message. Well, as you go about doing this and you stick with it long enough, you start to build what I would call a psychological and doubles as a spiritual asset, wherein these things eventually start to resonate with you on a level where, what's up?
Hey, you live?
It's a YouTube video.
It's a YouTube video?
Jump in if you want to.
Hey, what up? Hey, what up, YouTube? You know, hey, listen. I know a lot of motherfuckers out there, you know, they're trying to tell you, oh, you can't do this, oh, you can't do that. Man, fuck them! Since when did them motherfuckers matter? Like, real shit. Since when do motherfuckers matter? Bro, you gotta go out there. Hey, you smell good, my boy. I know you smoking that gas. But anyway, hey, listen.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, he ain't doing nothing. All right, listen. Y'all motherfuckers out, motherfrickers. My bad. You right.
No, you're good.
Hey, let me get you a bag up. Now, I know about YouTube demonetization. Let me get you a bag up, my boy. Hey, listen. For all you people out there, y'all worry about the wrong shiz. All right, y'all worry about the wrong shiz. Y'all ain't worried about, oh, let me get my life right. Let me get my bag up. Y'all worry about, oh, what these bitches think about me. Oh, let me go out. What these people think about me. Man, fuck them. You know what I do? I work all the goddamn day. I go out one time every 3 goddamn months, all right? I'm outside right now. We ain't outside fucking rest of the year, goddamn it. Rest of the summer, you know what we doing? We getting that goddamn bag right. Because you know why? As soon as that bag right, shit goes right, bro. It's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers too worried about this and that. Nah, get your bag right. And that's what I need y'all to worry about, all right? Y'all worry too much about what other people thinking about you. None of these people fucking matter. All right, y'all worry about, ooh, what bitch can I bag? Man, shit don't fucking matter. What matter is the people around you and the money
facts.
And the bag you goddamn getting,
He's
all right?
facts.
If you ain't around good people and you ain't getting a bag, you're not living your life right, all right? If people around you ain't supporting you, like my boy right there, they ain't supporting you, they're not people to keep around, all right? So you ain't got to worry about them. You keep going. And that's
a matter of facts. I really do appreciate that, man.
Hell yeah, brother.
Look, you guys doing all right?
Hell yeah, brother. We living.
It's Black Dexter. BLKDEXTER.
BLK.
And actually, what he's talking about is very on brand with what my video was going to be about tonight. But I was going to start out with literal assets that you're building. Both are, it kind of doubles in different ways, right?
Word.
So psychologically, spiritually, and socially, these are actually assets that you build when you come out here and you learn how to public speak.
Yeah.
But more on brand with what you were saying, which was what the video was going to be later about, was actually being centered on your purpose.
Yeah,
versus
purpose now. We all misdirected. We all worried about the wrong thing, bro. Just focusing on the right thing. Focus on what makes you happy, what makes you a bag, and what can support you and your family moving forward. Fuck what these bitches talking about. They for one night, all right? It's just real talk. They for one night.
Temporary.
All right, it's temporary. Y'all motherfuckers need to focus on the future. What's going to get you your bag right? What's going to build something for the future? Like, we got wives. We got kids. We got shit coming. You need to be ready for that shit. A lot of motherfuckers now, we ain't ready for that shit. We worry about the wrong things. This is a different generation. We not ready for the fucking kids and the wife and the fucking all that shit. Y'all motherfuckers need to get up in
What's
there
up?
and learn y'all shit, all right?
No,
that's
literally.
That's coming from a hard-working individual, all right? I put in my goddamn 60 hours. I do that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, get up in here. See, right here, for example, this right here is a beautiful woman. And you know what she deserves? She deserves the most. She deserves a man. She deserves the most, all right? And y'all motherfuckers out here ain't providing that.
Hey.
See, she said it herself, bro. Y'all motherfuckers need to go out here, learn how to get shit
Eat
right.
that motherfucking cash, eat that motherfucking ass.
Exactly, bro. See, Y'all ain't worried about the wrong thing. So you get yourself a beautiful fucking woman like this, but nah, y'all motherfuckers out here worried about one bitch for one night. Talking about, oh, I got a short-term back. No,
and it's coochie
bro.
good, and it weigh 3 pounds, and it do what the fuck it want to do, and it squirt, and it make a mess, and it do
You
whatever
said
the
ocean. Tsunami? What you know about
y'all
her?
hit me up. So y'all hit me up, and it just is what it is. I never had no white man before, so Bill not a science guy.
Yeah, hold on.
Bill not the science guy.
That's what I do.
Be easy. But really, I just wanted to hone in on some of the things that we really, it's not talked about enough. I would say that there's not enough conversation had about the subject of what it is to benefit you when you start to learn how to public speak. You come out in the real world and you do this in real life. So the way that I initiated the video was talking about, I worked in labs. Yeah, I worked in labs.
She knows. She got the brand on her. No?
Yeah. But, so if you ever thought about filming a video, right, or even if it wasn't in public, the way that I initiated this video was speaking to the pain point about not knowing what to say and literally struggling with bridging concepts and being one with your truth, right?
Hold on.
Being one with what it means for your message to be true to you.
I'm from around here.
So
pretty much.
let's think about how these things double and how they cross between one and the other. So on a psychological level, you're literally opening up your conscious mind. This is the dumbest thing ever, man. I don't think I felt like this for a while filming a video. And you can really sit and ponder and think about it and try to really figure out what's going on behind the scenes in your subconscious mind, or rather even your conscious mind. The reason that your conscious mind works the way that it does is because it's designed to quickly filter out things that aren't immediately a threat, right? So as I've said before, and you've heard many times, and you've heard other people say, the brain cannot distinguish between slight discomfort and actually a detriment to your existence. So anything that's slightly uncomfortable, your brain is setting off that alarm that, you know, hey, we're doing something that could potentially cause us to no longer exist. Now, while we know this is not true, it's still your brain's way of making you aware, just in case you're not, right? Well, obviously you are, because it's your brain making you aware. So I really wanted to lean into the concept of building assets as you learn to public speak, because it's not talked about enough. So on a spiritual level, when you start to form different beliefs around what it means to be unscripted, what it means to film a video, and to not have any concepts, to not have a direction, you essentially have an objective, you have a motive, you know what you're here to talk about. But when you're able to lean into that energy field of the unknown, it really resonates with you on a spiritual level, where distractions don't matter, where laughter doesn't matter from other people who you might think are judging you. But in reality, you're able to lean into it and not be worried about what's going to happen next, or what might not happen next. The beauty of it is this: when you can lean into the unknown and you trust yourself, literally your brain trusting you and vice versa, to know what to do when a threat arises, or just like right now, where you're worried about discomfort. See, earlier sitting in my car, I was sort of musing over the details in which I'm noticing a pattern. And this is what I'm going to no longer do. I'm going to no longer muse over what I'm probably going to talk about. I think, in my opinion, the best way to approach filming an unscripted video is to empty your mind. Right now, as cliche as that is, you literally want to do just that. What you're thinking about between the time that you decide you're going to film a video up until the very moment that you press record, you want to empty your mind, and you want to make sure that that there's no chatter going on in there, even if it seems like it would be beneficial. The thoughts that I had tonight while I was thinking about what I was going to talk about, they were really centered around exactly what I wanted to say. And again, it felt like it was all within alignment. I didn't have any fear. I wasn't worried about what was going to happen. In fact, I felt very confident about what was going to happen. I was really feeling myself lean into that spiritual awakening where I had nothing to worry about. And that's what I love about this journey, is that you begin to lean into the unknown to where you're not worried about what's going to happen next. And that becomes a very powerful thing. But note to self, I'm no longer going to be thinking about what it is that I'm going to say before coming out to say it, right? And so even deeper on a spiritual level, you start to realize that there's nothing wrong with being laughed at, especially if you're going to come out in a gown and literally safety goggles and you're talking to a camera. You're talking to a camera. It's a YouTube video. What up? Yeah, it's a YouTube video. What's up? Oh yeah, I'm mic'd up. We in there. What y'all up to? Oh yeah. That's my Instagram. What's up? How you doing? You cool?
I'm making it.
I'm doing a YouTube video.
Black man.
I appreciate it. All y'all are beautiful. I love y'all.
Yeah, it's good.
But yeah, it's a YouTube video just talking about personal development.
All right, bet.
Yeah. That's what I'm on right now. And so I teach myself how to film these videos unscripted. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't know what type of engagement I'm gonna get, but it trains my focus to stay locked in on what I'm talking about.
You should have been recording that way. I just fell trying to pay attention.
Exactly.
Regular.
Exactly.
Just raw.
Yeah. I try to come off the dome no matter how it's gonna go, and it teaches me how to spin up different variations of my message on the fly. So it saves time.
Okay, bet. What you got going on right now?
Oh, right now I'm just talking about that same thing. So you want to hobby? You make content?
I mean, a little bit. TikTok. Yeah, I got a little TikTok, Instagram.
Okay. So how do you go about making content? Like, what's your process?
I mean, right now, I'm on flag football, female flag football, so I'm trying to expand
balancing
that.
your time and stuff
that.
like that.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Yeah. Whenever you get back into it and you look me up, my
No, I'm in it now. I'm trying
You
to
in it now?
that, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You don't network that?
Yeah. You want if you're on IG?
Female, yeah, let's go.
If you're on IG, my handle is BLKDEXTER. It's Black Dexter.
I love that.
Yeah, it's me right here. Matter of fact, me.
You in Raleigh?
Yeah. I'm from right here. BLKDEXTER. Got to reconnect my internet on that. But yeah, I follow you back. You follow me, check me out. We might be able to collab.
Y'all can't see me. Yeah, right. Too high.
Oh man. Did it work? Oh, here you go, right here. I got you.
That's good.
Yeah, tell them how to find you.
Live and outside, you know what I mean?
Tell them what you want.
Big Raleigh, you feel me? Peacemaker, you know what I'm saying? Come through and see the flag football, female flag football coming to a city near you.
Check them out.
We out here, we outside.
For sure.
Yeah,
I appreciate
love
you. Yeah. I'll holler at you. I've never, I don't know. It's been a while since I've been this off. And I think what happened is too, and what really can throw me off is if I switch up what I'm wearing. So, speaking of spirituality, And the way that you expand in that manner, it really helps you because you learn how to not judge yourself. And once you get past your own self-judgment, yeah, sure, come on in. Here you go, mic right there.
Hello, everyone. Watch this man on YouTube. YouTube or what?
Yeah, YouTube.
Watch this man on YouTube. Best YouTube creator in the world.
I appreciate that shout out, brother. Where you guys been at tonight?
Dogwood. Just cutting up. In Lucky
What are
Bees.
we filming for?
Oh, it's a YouTube video. Personal development, learning how to public speak. Unscripted, making videos and just off the dome.
What's your channel called?
Black Dexter. BLKDEXTER.
Hope we're not interrupting.
YouTube or Instagram?
You want me to,
Both.
you want me to say anything?
Yeah, sure. You want to jump in?
What you want me to say?
Just tell them how you feel about life in general. Just how you feel about
All right.
it.
Howard, go ahead. God.
You don't have to be too deep.
Okay, so my name is Howard Jacobs, and I'm a student here at NC State, and I think life can be sometimes a bit more complicated than people can perceive it to be. But no matter what, I want everyone to like be positive and happy, and always do what makes you happy, not what makes your friends or family happy, whatever that may be. Within reason, of course. No drugs or stuff like that, of course. Okay, bye.
Exactly. Thank you. You got to follow your own light. I appreciate that.
Exactly.
I appreciate that.
right.
You guys be safe though.
Good
Thanks
night.
for stopping.
Of course,
Yeah,
you
yeah. Be safe. I don't like it. I don't like it. But I know. So usually when I don't like a video, which is rare, this is probably the first time in a long time that I've actually felt like that. But it's been a while. So what I used to do about that, whenever I would feel like I didn't like the video or the video wasn't taking the direction that I wanted it to, or I was sort of grinding my gears but not actually being able to get there. And see, what I love most about not knowing what to say is that you're not getting in your way. When you're so worried about what to say, that's the easiest way to get in your own way. And it really disturbs and disrupts your own creative flow. You don't have that connection to yourself. Your message becomes misaligned, and it starts to feel like what you're doing is without intention. It's funny how that works. It's like you try to have intention by knowing exactly what to say, but it ruins that intention behind what it is that you're here to do in the first place. So, but what I used to do about that was that I really just used to pound through it. And so if I felt like it wasn't going my way, I knew that this was just something that was just gonna be the way that I would feel initially in terms of making videos. And so it was just gonna be this temporary thing that I was just gonna have to trample through. And eventually it would work itself out. And I thought I got over that, but it's kind of one of those things that you never quite outgrow. And I think too, it comes a lot from this standard that I hold where I'm not gonna take another take. I'm not gonna make myself re-record the video because I didn't like how the video initially went. It's kind of like if you watch any sport, right? Basketball, for instance, easy example. If you saw a guy go up for a layup, he didn't make it, but he caught his own rebound and sent it back up. Even if it took him 3 times to send it back up before he would actually score, he still owned that play. He still owned his situation, and he still made it happen. So similarly to that, it's essentially you expand on a level where now you have the emotional intelligence to say, hey, this is just kind of just something that happens, which I already understood that about 12 minutes in for me, I don't know if it's just because of where I am in my expansion, but about the first 10 to 12 minutes, I have this internal fumble that happens, right? And I usually do well at hiding that by slowing down and not having too many distractions, which like right now, I could very easily choose to engage with the people who are walking by. But I learned over time that if you want to be in tune with your message, if you want to be aligned with your message, you literally just kind of have to just not engage over there. You kind of lean into what your purpose is, and the dual-edged sword of that is that while you're leaning into your purpose and you're sort of ignoring the chatter, it creates this vacuum, right? Because what you're doing is something that's supposed to make you feel distracted. You're standing out like a sore thumb when you show up and you're wearing a compounding gown with safety goggles, and you're recording a video. It's naturally supposed to make you pay attention to what other people might think. It's supposed to draw your attention away from what you're doing. But when you develop the ability to stand on what you're doing and you don't allow that noise to throw you off, it naturally creates this vacuum and it pulls people in. I have to look more into that. I'm not really sure completely what to make of it other than what I just gave you, which is that it just creates this natural vacuum. I think it has a lot to do with our evolution, right? When we're observing someone who seems sure, like you can stand out and you literally have what seems like earned confidence, because I'm literally standing here as though someone appointed me to stand here, when in reality I appointed myself. And that's kind of what you have to do in order to be able to deliver a concise message, right? Unscripted message. In order to do that, you have to decide that essentially that identity is the identity that you're going to own. And when someone sees you honing and holding that identity, I don't know if you can probably hear my tablet. But when people walk by and they see you owning that, they see you taking ownership of that, and you're unmoved, and you seem to have this earned confidence about what it is that you're doing. I gotta finish up this video. My bad, bro. Thanks. But seeing that, and they see you unmoved, which, I mean, I've laughed, I've stumbled, I've fumbled, I've been distracted throughout this video. But honestly, I think it's good because it's a testament to the fact that what I'm doing is real, right? It's a testament to the fact that no one starts out perfect, which very cliche, we all know this, but it also lets you know that it's okay to run into moments where you're reminded of your humanity, right? Like you jump out here, you're self-appointed, you're all these great things, and you've expanded, and you've come to a place where you're more spiritually aware, you're more emotionally intelligent, but that still doesn't mean that you can't hit the wall. You can still come out here as confident as you want to be, and just before you hit record, you hit the wall. Now, what I'm learning how to do is to make myself more and more aware of patterns, right? So I want to be aware of what's happening from the moment that I decide I'm going to make a video to the moment that I press record. So when I say, hey, today I'm going to make a video and the topic is going to be on XYZ, I notice that every time I do that and I start going down this rabbit hole of what it would be awesome for me to get up here and talk about, it feels like the thing to do, and it feels natural to do it. But I've noticed that every time I've done it, I get on the camera and I fumble hard. So that might be different for you when you decide to get out and teach yourself, or rather you can learn from me. I have several products coming out that'll teach you how to become more aligned with your message. But when you set out on your own personal journey to learn how to do this, you're going to understand some of your own quirks and figure out what to do and what not to do, what works and what's never going to work for you. But not only that, but the things that don't work, like in my case right now, I've not mastered thinking about what I want to say. And it probably has a lot to do with the standard that I've set, where I won't allow myself to think about what it is I'm going to say. And I'm not going to have this prepared message. Honestly, I was preparing it. On my way here, I was preparing my message in my head to the T. I from start to finish, and I was getting midway the message inside my head. And so what happens is that creates a conflict for me, because I know what I come here to do is to speak on something that is aligned with my message and to have no friction while I'm here to do it. And so similarly to right now, the reason why I love that so much is because as I lean into that intention and I don't allow distractions to get in my way, it opens up my creative flow and it allows me to energetically move that message in a way where it's unshaken. It feels authentic. It feels like I'm not having to dig very deep for it. But when I run into those walls, like I just did a second ago, where I feel like I have to dig very deep for that message, where I kind of have to like give myself a mental break, kind of pause to pick up and to carry myself into expanding on that concept, whatever it is that I'm speaking about in the moment. Like right now, I'm talking about the beauty of not having anything prepared and what it means to lean into the energy of knowing that it's okay to not have anything prepared. It feels really nice out tonight. But when I do that, and I decide that it doesn't matter what sort of judgment is coming my way, as long as I focus on making sure that I'm not judging myself and I'm holding myself accountable to that, and I'm only allowing myself to manage my own thoughts, manage my own energy and my own thoughts. I don't know if I said that already, but the way that I feel is the only thing that should matter right now. But it can become very, very easy to try to be accountable for what other people think. And that's going to very, very quickly lock you out of your creative flow. So eventually I'm going to master being able to at least take myself from, say, if I wanted to think about the beginning of a message, which I started out this message talking about, breaking down what I believe are 3 assets that you build when you come out here and you learn how to public speak. Again, I said one of those is a psychological asset that you build on, a social asset that you build on, and spiritual. And these assets, I believe, they overlap on each other, and you get to a place where you're kind of double dipping on each of those assets. Again, I said spiritually, as I was just speaking to that point, you learn to take accountability of your own energy. And when you learn to do that, it literally opens up the gate to your portal of endless creativity, right? And so on a psychological level, where it doubles back on itself is where you start to develop confidence, and you sort of develop this endless feedback loop where you it's sort of like you gain validation through doing something that you're proud of. So it's kind of like self-validation. And so it kind of doubles back and forth spiritually and psychologically. Now, socially, you see the people that come and connect with me. Obviously, not everyone that I connect with are going to be aligned with my core message and aligned with my core objectives. But I do meet people who actually are aligned with that, and they'll come and jump in on the video, and they'll offer, great information. And then later on, what ends up happening is that I create this Rolodex of people that I later get to interact with, who we can collab with and build a message together that's centered around the same core concepts of what I'm here talking about right now. But honestly, I think that's a good place to wrap up for today. 28 minutes. I have taken a break. I came back probably a week ago and I filmed a video. That video turned out great, but before that, I took a couple months break where I didn't let myself create. I didn't let myself film because I was working on the back end of the business. I was working on the structure that would allow you guys to come from a video that you might see and figure out different ways to engage on a deeper level. Yeah, come on in. Hop in.
All right, ask us the question.
What is the question?
What's the question?
Hi, everybody.
Hello, I'm Vandanico.
Hi, everybody.
What have you ever done where you did it on the spot without thinking too much about it?
My routine.
Yeah,
Which is?
my routine, cheerleading.
We do
You guys
competitive cheer, and I'm retired. With the
She's a
ring.
world champion. She's a world champion.
Exactly.
There you go.
Us two were trying to get to that point.
Have you found it where in cheerleading you had to improvise during certain routines because
Yeah.
something
For
didn't,
sure.
it
And
didn't
I would
go your
say-
way? How was that?
Whoa. It doesn't never not go my way because I train
Excuse me.
so that it does go my way.
Got you.
Yeah.
That's
So
the point.
what happens when despite your training, because we're human and we
Right.
can't always expect, like, we want perfection, but surely we all hit those moments where it's not perfect.
Right.
And you have to do a little improvisation.
So at practice,
How are those moments?
when you're at practice, you know, we always train practice how you compete. So when we practice, if we have those mistakes, we're prepared for them when they happen on the floor. So whenever we get on the floor and we feel like something might be off, we already know what to do because we practiced
Meaning
exactly how we were going to compete.
You're overcompensating for the person that's making a mistake. It's a stunt group, so you all work together.
Gotcha.
There's not like you're
Yeah.
an individual that's playing that character, but at the end of the day, there's 4 people in that stunt. So everyone has to take accountability and know what's coming next. If you mess up, you have to know how to recover. You can't just give up. You
Right.
can't just say fuck it. It's cheerleading because at the end of the day, you pay
It's
so
not
much
for a lot
money.
of people.
You pay so much money.
This
you,
took me my whole life to get, by the way.
You put so much time into it. It's something that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
So if you're doing cheerleading,
Yeah.
my number one goal for you would to be, would for you to be successful. Be confident in what you're doing and know
Yeah.
that you're doing it for a reason.
Always remember your reason because
Exactly.
it gets hard.
It does get
And then
hard.
you have to like put yourself in the position like,
Yes, you do.
what if I didn't have all this? What if I
Yes.
couldn't be out there? What if I couldn't perform? What if I couldn't do what I
Exactly.
love to do every
What up, what
day?
Exactly. You
I
wouldn't
would-
be where you are in life
What's
now
up, what's up?
without
Yeah.
cheerleading. Period. Good night.
Yeah.
Baby.
Good night. Period.
I appreciate y'all. But obviously that's very on brand as well. Having your reason, which I was going to wrap this up, but hey, they helped me make it to 30 minutes. That was the initial goal when I first started doing this, was that I had the goal to make sure I hit 30 minutes. Tonight was wild, to say the least. It was wild. I'm going to go back, I'm going to watch this, and I'm still going to post it, because right now the way that I feel, this would easily be a video that I would decide that I'm going to scrap, that anyone would decide, probably based on how you feel in that moment, that you're definitely going to trash that video. But I would encourage you guys to own those moments where you would describe it as a fall off, right? Own that and then stick through it. Because honestly, what's happening to you on a psychological level when you experience these moments, which really all it is that your brain has decided that what you're doing poses a threat. It poses a significant threat, and it's not going to allow you to move from discomfort to knowing, to having that knowing that what we're doing actually is okay, despite having references of having success doing that thing. And so regardless of whether you've seen success with it or not, sometimes you come back to that thing that you sort of pounded your way through and learned how to overcome those uncomfortable situations. Even though you have had previous success with that, sometimes your brain locks in because it wants to know that you're sure about what you're doing. And so even though I had a fall off night, I would say definitely on a subconscious level, your brain is learning new neural pathways to be able to compensate, or not even compensate, rather. That's not even the right word. But what your brain would do is, as it's learning that, hey, we're in a situation where there is no real threat posed, it's just slight discomfort. I believe what will happen the next time is that my brain is now comfortable in what it is that I'm doing. And honestly, even though I had a fall off moment, there are so many benefits psychologically and spiritually that I gained from exposing myself to what could very easily be perceived as discomfort, something that's uncomfortable. So anyway, more on that. You guys stay with me, plug in. There's gonna be more. Peace.